Now, I'm pretty sure most of you who are watching this video for the first time have a job. If you don't have a job, congratulations to you. Why would you even click on this video? But before we even talk about that, if this is your first time seeing my face, I'm lllucyd, lllucyd, Instagram right here, other socials down there. And I wanted to talk about this because I am a person who does not really have friends in the working environment. I barely talk in the working environment, and a lot of people see that. I have been almost blamed to be a terrorist almost. People were scared of me because I barely talked at my job. Why? I don't know. Crazy thing, right? But it's a good thing sometimes to not befriend your coworkers because they'll trade on you. So right after they trade on you, betrayed you, you end up feeling like you just got your heart broken. But had you not even became their friend and realized you're only at the job to work, this would never happen. Which is why I keep myself to myself. Only thing I ain't gonna say failed, but I have fallen into when it came to befriending people in the workplace was going more than befriending people at the workplace. I did what I did, I do, and good experiences came out of it. So I'm not too mad about it. But they also say don't date in the work environment. But depending on where you're at, if you're at Amazon, I implore you to try to keep your genitals in your pants. But I know how hard it is for some of the young people because at the Amazons that I keep hearing, it's damn near high school all over again, or college for some people. So try your best. But I know young people around young people, this shit gonna happen the way it's gonna happen. If anything, at least try not to become friends, too much of close friends with people at your workplace. You might get a friend out of there, 1 or 2 friends, maybe 1, depending on if you job hop a lot. But yeah, keep it to a minimum. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today. Why you shouldn't make friends at the workplace. But the title of this video is Beware of Befriending Your Coworkers. It's by JumboXO. Gotta get that man to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, let's get into it.
Don't ever trust nobody at your job. Some people at your job is not your friend. Y'all just co-workers. You got to keep it at that type of relationship, because people be trying to get information on you. They trying to find out your life, and a lot of them people, they be jealous. Like, definitely if you got something going on outside of work and work is all they got going, they be hating on you about that. So don't tell them about anything good that's happening in your life, that you finna hit the lotto, that you finna find another job, that you finna, better yourself, you finna start doing another career or going to school for this. Cause boy, they gonna sabotage you. Some people, they be mad because they ain't got the thrive or the fight to be able to try to do something better in their life, and they know that this is the end goal for them. So when you go to talk about positive stuff that's going, get you to the next level, get you up out of this job, they don't like that. Sometimes they want to get you up out of the job before you even get to that goal. Cause they like, yeah, now what you gonna do now? Now you stranded. And the main ones to watch out for is the ones that was a regular employee like you, and then they get promoted. They change. Really, they was already changed, cause them be the brown noses. They be the—
Well, that shit happened to me. Oh, and it's a new record for me. Stopping the video a minute in. I literally had to compose myself because I had so much to say. But that literally happened to me. Person I was so much friends with at a job, and why I should not have been friends. But I was young at that time, and they became a lead and changed, and was wondering why we don't speak no more. And I'm like, how the fuck don't you know why we ain't speaking no more? You start trying to boss motherfuckers around. Definitely, that is one big reason why I would not try to befriend people, especially managers and stuff like that. Because it's a switch. Once somebody get on a manager head, like a supervisor, I don't know how does it go, supervisor, manager? Anyways, the person who's ever over you, the person over that person gets on that person's ass that's over you. Once that happens, friendship goes out the window. Now they're trying to boss you around so they don't lose their job. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Never ever, and I repeat, never share any personal details about you to any coworker. You do not know what their motives are at the end of the day for them asking this information from you. These people are not your friends. It's like
one reason I also, because I don't like being friends. Well, I'm gonna just speak on her point of not sharing your details outside your life. I used to do that. I didn't even do that much, but let's just say I used to do that a little bit. I used to do music a lot, and I was, making money from that. And then people, once they find out, oh, you do music, now they're trying to share their music. Now they're trying to listen to your music and shit like that. And then they'd be like, damn. Then you might start feeling judged or something like that on your music, or they might be calling your music ass or something like that. They might not say that, but if they don't want to listen to your song again, hence they don't like your shit. So especially when I was first started music, that shit was a little bit, it hurt a little bit for somebody to not like your shit and you just starting. Like I said, I was young. So, and then somebody trying to share their music with you, like, oh, we should make music outside of here. Sometimes that do not be good. Now, it helped me out a little bit because I started making money. Like, if somebody made music in a job, because I was engineering, they'd be like, oh, get my number, I'll hit you up if I need you to record me. And sometimes that did happen, luckily. Also, you gotta remember, some of the people, if they're working with the job with you, they probably don't make that much money, which is what I had to realize. So, maybe not do business with them. That's also another thing you should probably think about. Unless you really feel like they have a clear mind on that shit, or they really making money outside of the job. Just saying. Another thing. I'm trying to think of anything else. Or maybe like a girlfriend or something like that, or like somebody you're talking to. That's one thing you definitely, because now they're gonna be gossiping about like, oh, they talking, blah, 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 blah. Like just saying certain shit. That is, whoo, that can really get under your skin.
A forced environment with people, right? They're not friends that you're actively choosing. Yeah, you happen to be in the same environment, but you just don't know where these people's heads are at when you are sharing information about yourself, or if they're asking information. You just kind of want to be a little wary, a little careful about what you give away. You just don't know if these types of people are looking for something to use against you in the future. If they're using that as like some way, like, oh, maybe that's why she's messing up at work, because she's going through this at work, right? And therefore, they'll tell management. You just don't know what they have against you. Be very vague when you share anything. There's people that are looking for your downfall in a coworker situation. And I'm not saying for everything, okay? But just to keep yourself just safe from any possible bad situation.
Yeah, I would say that from any possible bad situation, because a lot of my jobs, I guess I'm not working like white collar jobs, like corporate for real, most of the jobs I work. So it's not really people plotting on your downfall or trying to get you fired, unless you're a manager. A lot of niggas in some of these warehouses, they love to try to get their fucking managers fired or try to fight their fucking managers. But I never really had somebody plotting on my downfall. Well, one job, when it's like older women, I ain't gonna lie, them old women working in jobs, they don't got nothing else to do but try to get your ass fired or try to make you follow the rules because they ain't the manager. Especially if they ain't the manager. They plot more than the manager at that point.
I don't got friends at work, okay? I got coworkers, and that gets the girls mad. Let me explain. I come to work to get my little paycheck, and then I go home to live my best life. I work in a hospital.
Also, people don't like that too. When you just do enough to make your money and then go home. Like, they hate that shit. They some motherfuckers trying to make you go over and beyond. Like, bitch, I'm working for $20 an hour. Why the fuck am I climbing? Why am I climbing to try to get a box or something like that? I'm not about to break my neck over this. Like, it'd be shit like that or something like that. But this just as an example, like, or they just see you not working as hard. Like, they hate that shit. They hate, like, some of the managers I ain't seen and stuff like that. Like, you just not working as hard or something like that. Now, that's the difference when you got like productivity goals and shit. But when you're not on productivity and it's like a retail job and they don't see you working as hard as they want you to, they hate that shit. Like, you can't just get your check and go home. It's horrible.
So when it comes to my patients, baby, I go above and beyond for them. I will do anything to help them because they pay my bills. Without them, girl, I'd be on the street. I make sure that they are well taken care of. When it comes to my coworkers, oh, no, ma'am. No. Bad attitudes, the bad behavior, the microaggressions, the passive aggressiveness. Girl, what kind of friend is that? I don't want a friend like that. Which is why, baby, I keep them very far away, and I am very happy with that. Don't nobody bother me. Don't nobody say nothing to me. I'll be having my little lunch break upstairs, quiet. Listen, my mom said it best.
That right there, I would say that kind of hurts a little bit. Not having friends or not befriending friends. Goddamn, not befriending coworkers at work. It hurts a little bit at lunch because you know, luckily nowadays we have phones, but like back in the day, I could just like, it would be horrible, like not having friends and you don't talk to nobody at lunch. You just look at the fucking, maybe the TV in the lunchroom or something like that, and it ain't even some shit you want to watch. You just fucking watch it. It's just CIA Miami or some bullshit. It does be kind of like lonely eating lunch and watching your little YouTube sometimes. Maybe you want to talk to some people. Like I said, the one girl said you can kind of keep it superficial, just talk about maybe the weather or the fucking game that came on. I don't watch sports, so that shit flies out the window. That's half reason why I barely even got friends at work, because I don't watch sports. All these niggas, bruh, most of the people that work watch sports. And because I don't, that throws me out of a lot of conversations. But I'd rather keep it that way, because that keeps me from having even less friends. Like betting and all that shit, they do all that shit. Keeps me from having even less friends at work. It can get lonely, but maybe that's good.
And she would say, mejor sola que mal acompañada, which translates to better alone than with bad company. So y'all gonna stay coworkers.
Here's why you shouldn't become friends with your coworkers. I had a friend who worked with a team of 4 other people, and the 4 other people got laid off. So my friend texted like the group chat and was like, hey, how are you guys doing? Like, here's some jobs. Let me know if you need anything. Now, over the course of this month, they're like complaining about the bosses they didn't like, or just complaining about the organization and how they did things, and like the way that this layoff went down. My friend is participating in the conversation because like she's also annoyed by how everything went down. Specifically,
this sound like she about to get fired, because they probably about to find a text or something like that with her ass and get her up out of there. Or they gonna tell somebody and get her ass up out of there.
Boss who like they just had a hard time with. My friend said that the boss was like nice seemingly, but like could be difficult to follow sometimes and seemed to lose her train of thought very often, and it was just very confusing to work for this woman. So one day, a month after the layoffs, that same boss starts acting like really weird. So then my friend got called into a meeting with HR and that person's boss. So naturally she's like, oh my God, like it's a second round of layoffs. I'm gonna be next. Like I'm going home. So she gets into this meeting, and it's like at like 7:30 a.m. or like a ridiculously early time. She gets into the meeting, and then HR is like, hey, we got wind of a text message that you were on, and granted,
like
it was
I said,
on
I already knew
personal
it.
phone, but we got wind of this text message that you were on, and we want to know if you can explain what you were saying in these text messages. So HR begins to like read line by line everything that my friend had been saying in these messages and asks her to explain each and everything. So like, remember my friend's boss, who everybody had trouble with, could be like forgetful sometimes. So my friend said that she would often call her Dory in these text messages because she was so forgetful. So HR is like, so
that's a good one.
You called X, Y, and Z Dory. What did you mean by that? So of course my friend's wondering like, okay, who gave you guys these text messages? Because at this point it's one of the people. Just be careful out here. Don't trust people. Nothing's safe. Not even your personal phone.
Your coworkers are not your friends. Stop talking to them about your personal business or what you got going on in your life. Some people are monitoring spirits, and they just want to know what you got going on to see if you're doing better than them. Don't tell your coworker you just got a new car, or your boss, because your boss has power over you. Your boss could cut your hours right after you tell him you got a new car just to be on some hater shit.
That is true. That could happen, not gonna lie. I know some people be like, when they see you getting a lot of hours, like, oh, you big money now. So I could see that kind of happening if your manager just that bullshit of a manager. Luckily, the place we work, well, where I work, a lot of the managers be trying to just chuck out time because, you know, they probably been in the same boat.
You are at that job to collect a check and to build potential relationships for your career moving forward. You are not there to make friends. You might find you a good homegirl that you could sit and have lunch with. You might find you somebody cool. They might be cool enough to hit the bars up with. You know, nobody at the job.
Whoa. She started bringing it outside of work. Hold up. You said you're supposed to be getting your money just to get out of there, you know, get your financial, whatever she was saying at first, you know, better your life with the job. Just hold up with the bar stuff. Because, like, you know, some stuff can happen. Get back to work. People on bullshit. So hold it on that. Maybe the lunch thing. But you got to be real careful about taking... You already don't want to be friends. And you take them outside of work with you? Hold up now. Just hold up.
It's cool enough to know your personal business, things having to do with your marriage, things that you're going through with your children. They should not know you like that. They should not know where you stay. Only person that needs to know where you live is HR. They should not be up in your home. They should never see you intoxicated. Hello. Company Christmas party.
What we talking? She just at the bar. So how do you switch up like this?
Baby, that's a spy job. They're on an operation because they know when the liquor get to flowing, the lips get to going. Okay, and they listening. They listening for points and keys and things that they can use later.
I remember I used to want to have like one of them Christmas parties when I was in when I was having like my first set of jobs and stuff like that. I was like, man, you know, I'm thinking about getting cheeks. Not trying to like, you know, get somebody under the influence to get cheeks, but you know, in the Christmas party, of course, people are going to be a little bit more loose. You know, everybody, it's a party. So, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, I'm going to try to chop it up with one of the ladies I done seen at work or something like that. Like, you know, we ain't working right now. I'm trying to hop down. But like she's saying, if they start having alcohol and shit up there, it ain't going to be a fun sight. Or that's going to be the spy moment where somebody try to get you.
And if they're ever under the impression that you don't need the job, be prepared to lose the job. 100%. Jobs thrive on corporate. Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're not willing to yourself out for the job, you don't have a long life there. They want people that are financially desperate. They want people that are literally work is life. And if that's not you, don't prepare for it to have any sort of longevity. No. It's
you just gotta. I would say you have to have the right managers for that, because a lot of managers I be having, they want you to have work-life balance. They love, you know, giving you your time off and shit like that. But also some managers, I would say, like for promoting and stuff like that, you damn near got to be at the job 24/7 and shit like that. Halfway, half, like, and still have good ideas, I guess. But the work is life shit, like people who desperate for the I hate that shit. People who desperate for it, that's what they give the goddamn money to first, or the overtime and shit to first, because they just know they gonna come in. I know niggas who be working every single day. Crazy. I couldn't do it, or at least I wouldn't want to do it.
It's never shocking to me that when it comes time for somebody to be on the chopping block, if it's between you and another person, they're going to choose the one that's more desperate for the job. If they know that you're not desperate for the job, they're going to make sure the other person stays and you go. 100%. If they're the type of company that they want people there butts in seats, they want to monitor you, they want to see you every day, they want to make sure you don't have no emergencies, screw your kids, screw your family, screw your health, they want you there sick, damn near dead, different, right? And if you want a type of people that takes days off, and the whole culture of the building, they don't take days, be prepared to lose their job. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say it depends on the job and stuff like that. Like, I know some people, like, that work in like peak season of retail or Amazon, or like at bars and stuff like that. You can't take too many days off, because them like the times to get the money for real, and they need people. But if you work like at, like, I feel like corporate jobs, if you're not like a lead or a manager, a lot of the time you can take a lot of time off. If you work at like warehouses and stuff like that, depending on how big the warehouse is, you can take a lot of time off. Shit, even goddamn construction probably. If they already got 100 niggas out there working on a building, I'm pretty sure you probably can take some time off. But it all depends. But the person who's taking the most time off probably gonna get laid off first. So yeah. But that wasn't even on the befriending stuff. On the befriending side, shit, you might want to befriend your goddamn or kiss up a little bit to your manager if you want more time off, because you be on bullshit at the job and shit, they might not start accepting PTO for your ass. Just saying. But like I said before, man, if this is your first time seeing my face, I'm lllucyd, lllucyd. Let me know if you have any friends at work, if you have gotten good friends at work, because I feel like I still talk to some people I've known from my first job, but like after that, the jobs I've had, there was not many people that I like. After my first job, I didn't gain many friends after that. For real. Well, was that my second job? But yeah, first job, many friends. Second job, or something like that, job after that, I had a long-term relationship, but not many friends at that job. And then after that, yeah, jobs just start getting worse and worse, and I don't fuck with none of the people. I stopped fucking with any people at the job because I just got tired of working. I think the less I talk at jobs or the less friends I have at jobs, that be feeling like the worse it is at the job. But I would still say, like, even if you don't have friends at the job, I guess it's still okay to be nice. Don't just be an asshole at the job. Still be nice, still talk to people, you know. Like I said, the weather or some shit. Oh, it's been traffic. Have you seen the World Cup?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Shit like that. That can still keep you on a good door with people and not make you seem like a weirdo like me. So yeah, but like I said, don't befriend them because that can get you in some trouble, especially lady problems or relationship problems. Like that definitely can get you kicked out. I done seen some motherfuckers fighting because of some shit like that at the job, the relationship shit. But that can be for another video. If you like these type of topics, I implore you to become my friend. This ain't work. If you watch this at work, hey, right on to you. You must got a good job be doing shit like that, watching this at work. If you're watching this at work and you want more topics like this and more, you know, stuff to ease your day on by, consider subscribing because I'm gonna have way more topics like this. And probably next time even funnier topics and stories like this. So, I hope you come around and click on another video. Peace.